Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're in a war with Great Britain, but we got a hold of the home counties. They are putting an army over here, so we're going to see how that impacts things. Alright, force comparison here is looking not as good as it was before. I'm hoping we can get some French troops here. I'm going to put another leader in this army just in case. Let me see. This guy aligns the rural folk. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. So we'll put him on defend. We're going to put both these armies on defend because, or both of these generals on defend because all we need to do is hold the home counties. Because while we're holding the home counties, oh, interesting. We need to control the United Tribes and the Ionian Islands before they'll capitulate. But I think I can do that. This is going to get really dicey. No, you know what? I'm going to leave the second army here. I'm going to form a new army. Let me see. Alright, we got an Industrialists guy here. I'm going to just put a small number of skirmish infantry into this army. We'll just do 5 battalions from Holland and 5 from Flanders. And we're going to mobilize the army and we're going to raise these conscripts. And then this army, once it's got some units in it, we'll attack the Ionians. In fact, it's got a unit in it, so let's attack the Ionians. This is extremely bootleg. Marine Royale, go forth. Please, France, send an army. Please, I beg of you. We are winning here, but it's dicey. It's very dicey. The dice are we're dicing. We're dicing. It's potentially a problem. But if we can win this, then we can have what we need to have. All right, how's landing progress here? Should be getting some soon. All right, here we go. We got a French army. We got a French fleet. Excellent. Why aren't we progressing? Why aren't we progressing? Is it because you don't have any dudes? It says you have 4 armies, 4 battalions. Yeah, we got battalions. Come on, land. Do the thing. Oh, we were waiting for this British fleet to show up. Gosh dang it. Gosh. I'm going to stop improving relations with Russia. And I'm going to improve relations with the United States, who relations are solid with but could be better. Alright, we are winning against this British fleet over here, though. More importantly, we're winning in Britain. Again, if I can win over here, then I can land here, and that'll be just beautiful. Oh boy, lots of things are happening. France, you ponces, stop it. The Eindhoven Advocate, an explicitly partisan newspaper founded by members of the movement to enact poor laws in Eindhoven, has published its first issue. Between advertisements and political cartoons, it hosts ruthless critique of government policy. There was a certain brilliance to it. By printing it on the cheapest paper, by skimping on ink, by flooding it with advertisements and large text, one could produce a profitable paper for only a penny per copy, whilst its competitors sold for 5 to 10 times that amount. By making the paper relentlessly and shamelessly endorse a certain viewpoint, one could have every working person in the city aware of it by the evening. If one's competitors refused to stoop that low, they would become responsible for their own suffocation. How long can a partisan paper last? Increase political movement support? Or is that so? Deny them a printing license. I'm going to do the second one. I don't need poor laws. I don't need poor laws one bit. I'm a little short on convoys here, but again, if I can freaking win these battles and then land here, they'll lose their war support. Force comparison's looking really solid over here, so if France can continue to win, if they can continue to win, we should be fine. This war is costing me a pretty penny, which I'm not hugely excited about, but again, I think it's pretty okay. We are winning over here. We're losing over there, but why did our guys go on? Oh, because France is on offense. Well, that's fine. All right, beautiful. All right, we've gotten their fleet away from things. Organization is up. Come on, land. Get me on the Ionians. Get me on the Ionians. They don't have any guys here. Land, land. Go to the stupid fleet. Stop having a fleet here, Britain. Jeepers. You can't put fleets in the way. That's cheating. Please tell me France has war support protection. They do, because Britain doesn't have Tahiti. We've sure as shit got fronts. Peasant Revolt in Banjar. I think, surely Banjar can win this. Yes. Force comparison is good here in the only front where things are happening. Oh, really hoping that goes well for us, because I'm just trying to land in the Ionian Islands. Again, I don't know why we keep not landing here. We are winning these fights. Oh, hey, stop it. Stop it. Gosh darn it. Force comparisons are good in these fights. Again, I don't want to move the Second Dutch Army away from... Oh, Second Dutch Army needs another commander. Alright, so there's the Banjar Peasant Revolt. Actually, I'm just going to promote this guy, because he's good and reliable for the moment. I may need to increase the tax rate. Oh my gosh, we've been at low taxes this whole time. You know what? Let's go back up to medium taxes. I don't know what got into me. Again, I don't know why we didn't land there, but I guess, you know, I shouldn't be complaining about gamey tactics not working. Alright, force comparison in Britain's looking really strong, so I'm going to go back to, I'm going to put myself on advance here, and we'll see if we can make some actual land gains in Britain proper. Alright, we're winning a sea battle now, so hopefully that'll get us in there. And France appears to be winning in France, so feeling reasonably confident about that. Is Britain anywhere near where I need to worry about? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're actually moving forward. No, that's good. That's where we want to be. Beautiful. Whew. Thanks for handling that, Banjar. I owe you one. Alright, so if I can get the Ionians, which I should be able to get, because again, as long as I can keep winning these sea battles, we should be fine. Okay, I think I might need to increase the size of the Marine Royale, so I'm going to go ahead and throw 3 more light ships and 2 more ironclads into Holland. I'm not going to increase it that much, but I'll increase it by a little bit more. We'll just do 5 levels of light ships in Friesland. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to queue all of these up to the top of the queue. And I'll build for a little while. It's going to cost me a pile of cash, but that's okay. Gosh dang it, France! Don't you fucking lose this! Oh my god. This is totally unreasonable. But I'm winning. Alright, we'll cancel this naval invasion. What we need is to invade Tahiti. You can't be serious. Alright, we're going to station these troops in Sumatra. We're going to wait till this battle finishes, and then we're going to invade back in Tahiti. Okay, the battle's finished. Oh god, it's going to be 3 months. I think this might... Okay, if the French can take back southern France, then we'll be good to go. They'll have war support protection again. I'm going to risk it, putting my military over here. We are pushing forward in Britain proper, so again, if we can get, you know, a certain amount... Ooh, there's ID documents. Wonderful. If I had any bureaucratic capacity, that would be something I could really make use of. Let me see. This territory is fully occupied by Britain. But again, if I can continue to move forward... Got a 4th army for some reason. I'll put a guy here and mobilize it. Of 1 man defending. Alright, beautiful. So, now... 2nd Dutch Army, you need to go back home and defend things. Alright, so now France has war support protection, and my units are on their way to reoccupy Tahiti, which should be good. So, Industrialists petition government. Representing his constituents in the Industrialists, Patrice de Viron has issued a formal petition to the Dutch government to pass wealth voting. Ooh. Alright, one last matter for the day, sir. Members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet with them about new legislation. Well, is that it? Goodness, you seem to be a ghost. I'm sure I can spend the last hours of light for them, can't I? I believe so, sir. They weren't taking no for an answer. I can go, we'll see what we can do, and that'll put that on the legislative docket. I can offer them free trade as a compromise, or I can say they must understand the situation doesn't allow for this. I'm going to offer them free trade as a compromise. That's going to be much more likely to pass. The Great Garment Factory Fire. A deadly fire has killed many workers in Friesland due in part to dangerous working conditions and locked emergency exits. It's been revealed that Rudolf van Ilpendam, a prominent member of the Petit Bourgeois, was the owner of the now scorched factory. One of the men who tried to put out the fire testified at the inquiry, I thought the room was just full of charred machinery. But then I stepped on something soft. Is it just the price of progress? 5% of lower stratum pops in Friesland become more radical? Petit bourgeois get stronger. Or Van Ippenum must be held responsible for these deaths. Petit bourgeois are weakened and become angry, and he's arrested and removed from his position of power. So he's the head of the Petit bourgeois, I assume, right now. Yeah, we'll do the second one. Get out of there. Alright, we got an integralist in charge there. Interesting. Alright, so... Situation... We continue to conquer more and more of Britain proper, including getting control of some of the West Country. Again, I'm hoping we can continue to push forward here, and that... Alright, beautiful. Are they going to lose war support protection yet? No, still need to occupy the Ionians. I'm getting Tahiti back. We're almost there with that. So I'm feeling reasonably confident. If I can get full control of Great Britain's core, then we can just win by fully occupying them. This force error handling itself to the front seems unchill, but you know, things are going okay. Things are going okay. Exile from Baden. I don't know, 4th Dutch Army got so many guys. We'll leave them where they are. We're doing very rough on convoys for the moment. There was a naval invasion. It's gone now. A dog is going after France for French Timbuktu, and France are trying to get... Oh, yeah, there's a colonial war. Alright, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll put the 4th Dutch Army in... We can't... Because we're not technically aligned with France on that. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and repause government construction. And I'm going to put one more on steel frame. So where is the investment pool? Okay, investment pool is draining. So that's good. Force comparison here is really good. So we might be able to get this just by completely occupying Great Britain. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. If France can land in the Ionians... nope. Don't want to give them their own market. How are they all doing? Yeah, they're all increasing in Liberty Desire because of isolation due to my having had my convoys raided. But hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. If worst comes to worst, we can let them be protectorates to buy some time. Because this war is not going to go on forever, and we'll be able to develop significant, a significantly better situation from a a convoy perspective once the war itself is finished. We're starting to get occupation in Wales and Yorkshire. Oh my gosh. They're stealing bits of Sumatra. Have I gotten... Okay, I've gotten Tahiti back. So, France now should have war support protection on the conquered Tahiti side. Alright, Marine Royale can go... We'll try to grab the Ionians again with Third Army. Because again, if Great Britain loses its war support protection, we can have what we want to have and not have to worry about frickin' anything. But this is a big risk. I may need to bring them back to yeah, I know. But Sumatra fleeing the war might not be a problem. Again, we've got Britain occupied, mostly, almost completely occupied, frankly. So if we can continue to press forward in Britain, we should be able to push them out. Alright, we have a... Absolutely the hell not. Oh, although actually I need to take Sumatra back because I don't have war support protection as long as they've got a hold of the capital of Sumatra. So, alright, how do I want to do this? How much war support am I losing? 2 per week. So I got 50 weeks to solve this problem. Again, if I can invade the Ionians, it shouldn't be a problem, but invading the Ionians proved a little difficult last time. Gosh, this is a complicated situation. I would actually... You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel this. And I'm going to put an army there. And I'm going to put another army here. And we're going to take Sumatra back. And the fleet will go to, I think, this sea node. And we'll see how that goes. Again, we're causing a lot of devastation in Great Britain due to them not handling that stuff. So I think I can actually hold out. I believe I have the ability to hold out. Obviously, my colonial empire is having a little bit of a difficult time. Mexico's out of the war. All right, that's not ideal. That should free up some British troops. All right, so Britain's lost war support protection now. So Britain should for sure lose the war from here. All right, I'm feeling pretty rock solid. All right. Feeling pretty rock solid. Yeah, here we go. So, no, they're really negotiating on the peace treaty now. I tell you what, they're trying to get something. They're trying to get French West Indies to not give me my war reparations, but I want my war reparations. So I'm gonna keep going. This is real brutal gamesmanship here. This is real gamesmanship. What do we call it? Brinkmanship here. But I've just got to get it. I've got to get my war reparations here. Uh-oh. Where is this? Languedoc. Same place as before. Alright, I will go ahead and grab 2nd Dutch Army and put them in the Occitania HQ. I'm going to grab 4th Dutch Army and put it back in the Netherlands. I have completely neglected a lot of important things in my country, but I just... Getting these war reparations will be an enormous thing. Don't say transfer sind on this, you ponces. Boy, this convoy situation is going to be really rough when this war ends. I'm going to need to build up a lot of ports. They are 75% occupied at this point, and we've done major damage to Britain proper. So I'm feeling overall pretty solid. We'll put the Dutch army back over here. Battles are still going our way. All right, we got them down to 76, so I think we can get everything we want through capitulation. Obviously, my convoy situation is suffering tremendously. I'm going to need more ports before the year is out, and I just got to start building them now. So we're going to... we'll do 5 here. We'll do 5 here, and I'm just going to throw those at the top of the queue. And hopefully this will sort things out and help me... Obviously my finances are going to be Robert Borked, but... hopefully the huge war reparations that we're going to get from Great Britain is going to help solve that problem. Because we're going to get our war reparations. I think it's only going to be 1 more week, friends. Oh, excellent. Alright, so shortage of convoys will be getting itself sorted out. After that, it's government admin. I need a bunch more government admin to do the things that I wanted to do. Are they not? Do I have more? I have more down here. I'll throw those at the top of the queue once the ports are done. Because the ports are critical. I'm going to go down in great power rank, seems made up. So how much am I getting from Britain for those war reparations? 41.6k per week. How is my network of subject states? They're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. I'm feeling very happy with how that went. I didn't even need to turn any into protectorates, so I'm feeling pretty rock solid. Oh. Firebreak, and there's the end of the specter haunting the world. Whether through the trust of our people or the trenchants of our soldiers, the United Netherlands has emerged unbroken from the wave of socialist agitation that threatened it. They still saw the pamphlets sometimes, decayed paper corpses trapped in the gutters, caked in soot and mud, bold red and black ink abraded by rough steps and by rough stones and rougher footsteps. The police had not bothered to pick them up, viewing them as an affront to their gloves, or perhaps realizing that their fallen remnants made more of a statement than their complete disappearance. A triumph for all of the United Netherlands, 5 legitimacy, 15% loyalists from standard of living increases, reduced political strength of laborers, upper stratum and middle stratum pops become more loyal. Or, things will never be the same again, 10% loyalists from standard of living instead of 15, minus 10% political strength of laborers, extra support for militarized and secret police, which I don't necessarily want, no legitimacy, which would be nice to have, but 5% of upper and middle stratum pops more loyal instead of 2%. I'm going to go for the legitimacy. I think the legitimacy is better. Alright, so convoy situation is good to go. I'm going to leave these other ones at the bottom of the queue for now, because government admin is more important. Whew! Oh, that was frantic. That was extremely frantic, but I did it. I feel good. I feel like I did a solid job. North German mass immigration, wonderful. I'm going to flip over the rest of the construction sectors. I know I haven't actually built all the things I intended to build to support that, but I think it's worth. I think it's worth it, and I think we can get there within a reasonable time frame. Plus, that'll help us build even faster, and that'll be worthwhile. All right, and that's the end of the threat of reduced great power status. So I'm also feeling pretty pleased about that. Sumatra is defiant. Well, why are you defiant? Are our relations bad for some reason? Relations are bad. Let's improve our relations. Questionable practices. Released patients from the Brussels asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments. Mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. They would make us sit in a chair for hours, if not the whole day, in silence. We couldn't talk to any other patient, not even read a book. They would only excuse us to go to the restroom if we were lucky. Otherwise, it was just a rusty chamber pot. No food, no water. If we were not sick when we were admitted, we would be within just a few weeks. Their judgment cannot be trusted. Catholic Church upset. We need to revise how the asylums work. Government expenses would increase standard of living for the lower strata. That's tempting. Or the Catholic Church can take over the asylum administration, reduce bureaucratic capacity. Happy Catholic Church. I'll do the middle one. Happier, and there's pan-nationalism. Happier, lower and middle strata, better standard of living for the lower and middle strata is very good. Alright, so, I got a little bit of authority kicking around. Let's throw a consumption tax in there. What's worth taxing? Opium. Gosh, a lot of people sure like opium. There's floating harbor unlocked, that's wonderful. With the research queue, we're still working on mutual funds and then electricity, and that'll be just fine. Got civilizing missions spreading to us, which doesn't actually impact me all that much. Go ahead and ignore that diplomatic play. Get working on these government admins. I think I'm going to need even a few more government admins, so we'll go ahead. Ooh, there's gold in North Borneo. There's gold in them there hills. I'm going to need a few more. I'm just going to throw these all the way at the top of the queue, because the government admin is of critical importance to my continued growth and strength. I should really start working on free trade, huh? The children like free trade. No one's going to be particularly upset about it. I mean, there are a bunch of people who are going to be upset, but no one who's going to be that mad, going to be mad enough to really do anything about it. At least I don't think so. I've been feeling like I've been low on bureaucracy this whole run, so let's see how things go. Institutions, I still got health system going up. I do want to bring up education up to level 5, health up to level 4 to the extent that I can, and then finally I want to bring home affairs up to level 5, although that's not an urgent matter. So, bottom line is I'm going to need to build up a lot of government admin to make this happen. So we will, that's why I'm focusing on building up so much of this right now immediately. Central archives completed. Filing cabinets. The use of filing cabinets in the government administration has drastically increased the effectiveness of the state bureaucracy. The future isn't in flying like a bird and roaring along in a train. No, the future is in filing. I love bureaucracy. Well, that gives us some extra bureaucracy to play with. Let's go ahead and get education and healthcare. We'll just queue them into the top, and we'll because we're continuing to build up government admins right now, so this shouldn't be a problem. How are relations with the rest of our puppets? Marina Kingdom is feeling very happy. Banjar is feeling very happy. So I'm feeling pretty solid overall. Health system's up to level 2, very good. And again, if we can get the capacity with these improvements, we should be good to go. So it's going to cost 80 for each. So that's 320 total. And this is including the 70 that we're currently working with here. So, well, it'll actually be 540 once we incorporate home affairs. But, you know, let's get started with that. So do we have 540 total plus the ones we queued in? I fear we have not. So let's go ahead and throw a few more in Friesland. And a few more in Gelred to round things out. How's Holland? Holland's going up to 6. That should be just fine. I'm going to throw the rest of these buildings on the bottom of the queue as well. I know. Expanding the size of the government isn't that important, but, you know, it is what it is. Still don't have an anti-free trade movement, so I'm feeling pretty pleased about that. Desperate allies, a debate. The proposal for free trade is set in a deadlock. The Industrialists have advocated for enlisting Louis Blanqui's assistance and rallying the intelligentsia in favor of the government. There, upon the cusp of a division, everyone sees that nobody has majority yet. One by one it dawns on them. The loose cannons, led by the most rabid dog of the bunch, have the votes they need. But who among them would be the first to climb off their ivory tower to win their favor? Make overtures to the undecided, 20% enactment chance, stronger intelligentsia. Slander the opposition into oblivion. A bunch of people lose popularity and 10% enactment chance. Or forge ahead without them, we can win minus 30% enactment chance, industrials stronger. You know I'm going to make overtures to the undecided, because stronger intelligentsia is good for the country. Leastwise, it's good for the government. Oh, I'm still feeling quite frantic after that war. That was really a banana situation. I feel like I should have been able to steal the Ionian Isles, but... Or not steal, to occupy. Oh my goodness, we've hit pump jacks already. Gosh, that is exciting. I've got two armies here that have no units in them. This one... Is 4th Dutch Army real? How did these armies get created? I know I created one of them, but the other I think it just got created on its own Steam. Which, you know, weird times. Weird times in the United Netherlands. Still, so how's our debt situation? We're 5 million in debt, which is a substantial amount. We're paying closing in on 7K in interest per week, which is not ideal, but it's not terrible. Yeah, speaking of the Ionian Islands, neutrality on that. Great Britain, how are you feeling towards me? You're still feeling pretty good towards me, which I'm pretty happy about, because you are giving me a huge pile of cash, and I am pretty pleased with that. But I think that's part of good maintaining good relations, is only asking for cash instead of countries. Anyway, that is all the time we got for this episode. My nerds, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well, and I will see you on the other side.